Looking forward to providing today for you a full overview of our SignOps sign inventory solution. My name is John Hodel. As Sahara mentioned, I'm involved with our business development for our infrastructure team, and that's where our SignOps solution comes into play here. Cloudpoint is a full-service geospatial company. We serve customers in the public works, facility management, transportation spaces. Most of what we do is built on Esri's ArcGIS platform, and we're one of their system-ready business partners. An overview of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to do a intro to the SignOps solution, give you a brief history there, and then we'll do a walkthrough of its major components, an overall workflow of the application, and an overview of the technical resources that we have available for you to help you with SignOps. And then we'll finish with some information on pricing, and we'll look forward to sharing this with you. So as far as basically starting with an introduction here, what SignOps is, it's a all-in-one sign inventory management solution. It's a turnkey system. The solution also has an add-on, and I would consider it, it has an add-on for ArcGIS, but really the whole system is an add-on for you, and essentially thinking of it as a liability insurance policy. And the reason I say it that way is because, for example, we had one of our customers had a situation where they had a teenager who was tragically killed in an accident because of a poor reflectivity of a sign, or at least that was what they tried to argue in this situation. And it was a township in that case, and they actually found out that it was not due to poor reflectivity. They were doing a good job of maintaining their system. And because they had a system like SignOps in place, they were able to avoid a substantial lawsuit in that situation. Could be in the range of $1 million. And because they had a system in place, they're actively monitoring their sign inventory, they were able to avoid that altogether. So obviously, so as we look at why we developed this application, this solution, number one is because it saves lives. Keeping a well-maintained sign inventory saves lives, and that's really what it's all about. And that's why the FHWA has made these requirements for maintaining retro reflectivity in your sign inventories. The second reason is we wanted to lighten the burden for local agencies to meet these federal requirements. And this is what we found from our customers previously. When they were using other legacy systems, it would take them 5 minutes to repair their sign or post, and then they would spend 10 to 15 minutes updating their database using a laptop and some outdated software. And so we really decided we wanted to revolutionize the way people do sign inventory management, bringing it into the 21st century in a completely cloud-based solution. And so your staff can access this information in real time, office staff, field staff, secretary, sign crews, sign foremen, directors, managers, everybody's seeing the same information on your current sign inventory. Our main customers who use SignOps are cities, counties, campuses, even a handful of townships that we work with. And then we also, Cloudpoint offers complete sign inventory services. So it accompanies the SignOps solution very well, and we can give you a turnkey inventory solution and a maintenance solution that we're going to look at here today with SignOps. It runs on any web browser or mobile device. And we just did some upgrades this month, so you'll be seeing those for the first time here as we walk through those. And a big upgrade that we did earlier this year was we integrated with Esri's ArcGIS Online. And because we're an Esri business partner, obviously that's important to us and to our customers. So today, I'm going to be using, as I show you this, let me open up a page here and show you, as far as equipment, I'm going to be using a Bluetooth scanner. We just looked that up on Amazon, $35 Bluetooth scanner that I'll be using today as I kind of walk through this and show you the examples. So just so you know what's involved with the equipment, but this is about it, other than having the application in place and having some barcodes. The barcodes are a metal-backed barcode, and we find that they're very durable and work really well for this type of solution. So let's talk next. We'll kind of move over. I'm going to shift over and go to the iPad here. I'm going to do pretty much all the rest of this demonstration will be from my iPad, because we really want you to get the feel for what this looks like from the mobile device. So we'll just go kind of to the home page here. So Sahara, can you see my iPad screen here?
I believe everybody can see it, yes?
Okay, great. All right, so this is the home page that you'll see with SignOps, and then we kind of have it broken into the three main components at the top: Sign Shop, in the field, and reporting. And then the last two settings that you see there are really for app administrators and for administrators who are maintaining your sign types and things like that. So if we look here under Sign Shop, we can kind of walk through this process. Basically, you start out in the Sign Shop and you enter purchases. And so I'm going to click on Enter Purchases here, and I can go through and select my supplier from the dropdown. And this supplier list is customizable. All of that's under the admin tab. So I can update this list and use my suppliers as I see fit. And then I can go to sign type and I can type in an MUTCD code here if I want, or if I don't know the code, I can hit the browse sign types, and I have regulatory, warning, guide, all the different sign types there are available to me. Let's say in this case, I'm just going to
Hey,
let's
John,
say, yeah,
could you stop the screen share on your browser, on your
yes,
web?
absolutely. Yep. There we go. How about that? Can you see that now? So I'm just
Yep,
going to
that's good.
purchase a sign type here, and we'll pick on no turn on red here. And then I have my dimensions of my sign panel. And these dimensions, again, are customizable under the admin tab. So we'll say 24 by 30. We'll do HIP. And let's say a manufacturer date. I can use the date picker. We'll say that was today. And I can also then specify the manufacturer. So in this case, we'll pick one there. And let's say I bought two of these signs. And I'm going to hit return there, and I'll hit save at the bottom. And what this is doing then is it's putting these signs that I just purchased into my system. However, they do not have barcodes associated with them yet. So if I want to associate barcodes with them, I next go to the one that says assign barcodes. And this is where I can basically see my recent purchases. If I go down to the bottom, I see ABC signs, no turn on red. Those are the ones I just added. And now I'd like to assign barcodes to those. And let's just do that. And then what I'm going to be doing as I tap down here in the tag ID, I'm actually going to be using the Bluetooth scanner now. And I'm going to just click it, and it's going to pick up the barcode. It should scan that. Let's try that again here. There we go. Okay, see, it says specified tag number already exists in the database. And I knew this was the case. And so what I want to show you is in that case, it doesn't allow you to duplicate those. And if I go here, I went to in the field and scan barcode. Let's just find out where that's at. And I scanned that tag. It's 1006, and it tells me exactly where that's at, location on the map there, and all the details on that sign. But for now, what I want to do, since I want to reuse this tag, I'm going to just add a simple letter A on the end of there. And I'm going to save that sign. So I just renamed, all I did was give it a tag, different tag ID. Now I can go back, I can assign my barcodes. And now as I put in the next, scan that again, now it's going to actually save it. And it says sign created and tagged successfully. So now that's been tagged, it's in my system, it's on my shelf, and it's all ready to go. Other options I have in the sign shop, I could sell a sign. In some cases, people have local agencies who purchase signs from them. When I was working at the county previously, we had townships that would purchase signs from us. That's a good way to keep track of who sells them, and it updates your inventory that way, or excuse me, who purchases them. I can also view unassigned signs. If I click on that, I see these signs are in my system, but they don't have barcodes attached to them yet. I can also look at signs that I have in stock, and you'll see on the left-hand side there, it includes the barcode ID. And if I wanted to just do a quick search, I could say, hey, just show me the signs as I type in the tag ID I'm looking for, or I could also scan that using my Bluetooth as well there. So that's how we can easily report and see what signs we have in stock. The signs in stock audit, if we had a situation, one of our customers had a tornado come through and actually took out their sign shed, and they had to redo their kind of an audit to see what they had left and what was missing. And so we helped them through by developing this signs in stock audit for them. Next, we have in the field. Now, the key here within the field is this is where we're going to go out. We'll be putting up a new sign. So in that case, I'm just going to tap on my first one here. It says nearest, and this is going to pull up the map. It's going to show me what signs that I have in the area. And we can zoom in here and we can see either in the map or in the table below what signs I have available there. It's automatically jumping to my GPS location. And so we can see we have that there. But if I want to go ahead and move around on my map, and let's say I want to put up a new sign, we'll say right on this intersection here, I can tap on my screen to get that exact location. Then I hit create assembly. And now it's looking for information on an assembly. I can tell it how the mount is. I have selection options to select from there. Post type, we'll say U channel, and it has no lateral bracing. And the road name, I'm just going to put in, we'll put in Main Street here. So I can do Main Street. And we'll just select that. It gives me options. If I already have Main Street in my system, it pops up. One support, it's on the, we'll call it on the east side of the road. And then we're actually going to save that. Now, all I'm saving here is the assembly, the post. Now I'm ready to add the sign to the assembly. And this is where I can come in and use my Bluetooth scanner again. I just tap in the tag ID section, hit the scanner, and now all it needs to know is which way it's facing. Now you'll notice I put that assembly on the east side of the road, so that's actually going to be facing north. And then I could enter comments if I want, or I could just save it. Now you'll notice as you look down here, it added that sign and all that information to the post. It already knew that because it was already in my inventory. All I had to do was scan the barcode. And that's really part of the streamlining that we wanted to incorporate with this workflow is incorporating the scanning and ease of use that way. So now I've got a new sign. I just created the assembly, added the sign with just scanning the barcode. And next, we're ready to move on to these other items in the field that we have. You know what, actually, let's go back there a minute and let's revisit something on the edit sign. What I wanted to talk through here was, if we go to that sign, I can see down on the bottom here, I also have maintenance records for this assembly. So I can hit on the maintenance records and I can pull those up and view those maintenance records. I don't have any in this case. I could also take a photo. If I wanted to upload a photo on that, I can attach the photo from my mobile device and use that as well. But here, let's just go back with the sign. As we look at that information there, I can edit that sign on the right-hand side on the bottom there, edit, replace, or retire. And it's very simple workflows. I'm not going to show all those today, but just tapping on those, scanning the sign, again, takes us through those workflows and we can update those very easily. Okay, let's go back to in the field. I've got a few different updates here that I wanted to share and modules we can use in the field. So one is I can see all my signs that need attention. And as I zoom in, you'll see those are on my map here. And I can easily look at those that need attention. And I can click on the right-hand side. I can hit edit and it'll take me right to that sign panel. And I can see what exactly that needs for attention. So this first one, let's pick on the stop sign here. I'll hit edit. And the needs attention is flagged. You'll notice the checkbox down there under the comments section. It says needs attention. I'm going to uncheck that. And you'll notice my flag at the top disappears. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. And it just wants to know what maintenance type. I'll say it was repaired. And then I can continue. And then that will take that sign off of, and I change my assembly. I'll take that off there as well. We'll say repaired. And then that saves it. And then if I go back to my report, that will no longer be on my needs attention report. So just kind of a way to easily view and access the information on what signs need attention. Back to in the field, I've also got a page for overdue signs. And here what I can do is filter my overdue, by either the years, if I want to go with 10 years, Some folks use 15, but generally we recommend 10, and then we can have that be updated based on the age we choose for overdue signs. And I can also either select the number of years or the date for that. And then I can filter my list by what needs attention. And another thing I can do is I can flag all, if I wanted to flag all of my signs in the list, if they were overdue, or I can report by road name. Again, I can type in Main Street and that'll pop up there. So I can easily filter that information, just those signs that are on Main Street, and I can see what I've got there for being overdue or flagging them overdue. Okay, and then scan sign I showed you earlier, just a simple way to look up a sign, see where it's at. Again, if I just hit my Bluetooth here and I scan that, then I can see it easily will pop up that location on that sign, take me right to where that's at. This is really handy if someone calls into the office, they found a down sign. We had a situation where one of our customers had 4 signs that were stolen. Somebody dumped them in a ditch in a neighboring county. They were able to report in those numbers, and the county knew exactly where those signs had come from and where they needed to be. So back to in the field. Now this is next one I'll show you is the inspect signs, and this is one of the most powerful features of the SignOps solution. This one actually allows us to update in real time and view our signs. So let's say we're going to do a daytime inspection, and I'm going to go back to Main Street here for us. So I'll find Main Street in my list, put that in. I want to see the signs facing every direction, not just the ones facing north or south. So I'll hit the all, select all in there, and I'm going to tell it which direction I'm facing. I'm driving north today. And then I'll say search. And what this does is now it's putting my signs in order as I come across those, as I drive the road. And it also tells me the distance, how far that sign is from me. So what's going to happen as I drive, this list is going to update. And it's, as we go to page 2, we're going to see this. It's going to update as I drive as I drive past the sign, it's going to drop off my list. But it does allow me to pass or fail each sign there. So I'm going to hit, as I just go through the list, as I drive by them, I can hit pass or fail. You'll notice the one I failed, it will flag it as needs attention. And in fact, I think it's the one we had just added this morning. So how about that? The one new sign we just put up actually needs attention now because it failed inspection. And I can see that if I look at the bottom here, I can see it added a maintenance record, day inspection, who it was, and a comment that it failed inspection. So that's a great way to utilize our inspection features that we can look at, and we can go through those signs road by road and easily flag, pass, or fail. Right now, we're working on, for future upgrade, the ability to pass every sign once you drive a road and flagging them all at once rather than having to do them individually. But for now, we just pass or fail. It goes really quick because you drive through there. And that's how we have that reporting done then. And if it fails, and of course it needs attention. All right, back to in the field. The other 2 features are just for app administrators with the merge assemblies and the ability to view those assemblies that way. So next, we're going to move on to reports. And reports is obviously an important part of the SignOps solution. So we want to be able to see what do we have in stock, and I can look at a summary. And if I tap on that signs in stock summary, this gives me an idea of how many stop signs of what size that I have. So in this case, you can see I've got 9 stop signs that are 36 by 36 and high intensity prismatic. And I can also type in that filter up there my list, just if I want to see stop signs only. And just a good way to keep track of what I've got currently in my inventory and what I need to order. So this is where I would use to determine how many I want to have on hand, how many I want to order. You'll also notice the download report button at the top. I can download a CSV file, and it'll give me that ability to download that. You can do what you want with those reports. They'll be in Excel format. You can take them and you can bring them into ArcGIS that way. Got a lot of different options on what you can do with those reports. Next one, signs and field summary, very similar to the one in stock. This just gives me a summary of what I've got out in the field. Gives me a total on the right-hand side. So as we kind of go down here, I've got 3 of them that are curved left with intersection. So just a nice way to easily summarize what I've got. And again, same thing, I can say, how many yield signs, if any, do I have in the field? And then I can see everything with the word yield in it. And it filters my list that way. So nice reporting tool, good way to be able to easily check what you've got. Now that's a summary of what you have in the field. If you want to see it in more detail, I'm going to click the top right, signs and field detail. And you'll notice here that I can see in detail, it actually lists out each individual sign based on the tag ID. And you'll see right at the top there is the one that we just added today. And so this is, again, a detailed report of what I have in the field. If I know a certain tag ID, I can easily type that in here in the tag ID column, and it'll filter my list and pull up the tag of the ID that I'm looking for. So that's signs and field detail. I also have the report for needs attention, same thing. I can filter my signs by type, by road name, some easy tools to be able to distinguish those. Same with overdue. I can filter those however I want. I can also download a CSV. Any of these reports gives you the ability to download an Excel file or CSV there. Maintenance records. So here's the newest one I wanted to tell you about today. It's brand new, just as of this month release, and we'll be kind of officially releasing this here by the end of the year. But maintenance records, if I click on there, I've got a complete history of maintenance activity that I've done on my signs. And you'll be able to filter by sort by date. You can see what activities we've done this month or this week. So that's really going to be handy. We've had a lot of requests for this from folks wanting to view their maintenance activities. I can see at the top here, I'm looking at signs right now, but I could also view my assemblies, and same thing, all of my maintenance records for my assemblies. And you'll see right there, the one that says remove the needs attention flag. That was something I just did today. It went ahead and logged that maintenance report, and I've got that recorded here for my reporting capabilities. So the maintenance activity, again, very important feature, and we've had a lot of requests for that, so we're excited to be able to release that here. I can also view retired signs. Same thing, very similar report to what we're used to seeing on the others. And the same with sold signs. And then the data extracts just allows me to download, but actually we're eliminating that button soon because we have the ability to do all the extracts from the reporting download tool I just showed you on the reports. So that's kind of an overview of the reporting there. Last, we'll talk about the admin tab. This is kind of the settings tab. Now, settings, it allows you to set some defaults for your agency. If I want to set my defaults for my jurisdiction, I could say that overdue signs in the field. I can determine whether those are manufacturer date or install date, depending on what I want that to be set by. I can also update the default age of signs that I want for overdue. So in this case, it's given in years. I have this set for 10 years. And I can also allow users to either edit the sign facing direction or not. And that's where I can save that and give them the ability to decide whether they want to, whether I want to give them the ability to do that or not. Also in that admin tab, we can update user roles. You can see I have a list of users here that I can update, or I can also do update my users or invitations. If I want users to come be a part of this, I can have them, I can update and send them invitations. Manufacturer list that I showed you earlier, sign types, sheeting definitions, all of those are able to be controlled here. So let's just take a look at suppliers, for example. And it's very easy to add a new supplier to my list. I just fill out the information and then they get added to my drop-down list that way. Customers is if I have anybody selling, or if I'm selling signs to anyone, I can update the customer list there. So in this case, if I had townships or another agency wanting to purchase those from me, I could control that there. And then jurisdictions, if I have any posts that I share with a neighboring agency, the sign panel, one of the sign panels might belong to me, one of the sign panels might belong to my neighbor. So I can control who I see in the drop-down list as far as other jurisdictions. Maintenance types, I can see the default maintenance drop down. When I click the maintenance type drop down, that's what will show up here. So I can control that list as well. So very easy to use and to update there. So that's all I got for today. That pretty much covers everything in the SignOps menus.